Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, June 7th, 2011. There's a lot of news to cover, so we're going to get right into these charts here. Futures are getting a little bit of a bounce today. Let me punch up that S&P 500 E-mini futures chart. You'll see futures are trading higher by about $4.75. If we go and look at the daily chart here, we'll see that we were pretty oversold, and you're getting just a little bit of a bounce. 10-minute chart, we have pulled back over the last hour or so as the dollar has caught a bid. You can take a look at the U.S. dollar index chart right here. You'll see that the U.S. dollar index has caught a little bit higher. Here's the U.S. dollar index futures chart, which will give you even a little bit of a better picture. And you can see that that is trading right up almost this 10-minute 50 moving average, but it has had a good little bit of a bounce, although it is negative on the day. If you look at a daily chart here, you'll see that it is negative on the day, on the session, but it has bounced off the lows, and that bounce off the lows has taken the futures off the highs. But nonetheless, futures are still positive by about 4.5 to 5 points. They're flip-flopping around. Again, the dollar is weaker. If the dollar does move lower, you probably could expect this market to inflate a little higher. The reason for the dollar decline today, it looks like China made some bearish comments on the dollar and talking about how they may strengthen their currency, and that immediately sent our dollar a little bit lower. So again, the U.S. dollar index is lower on the session, and you can see it here, and that really is just giving the market a little bit of a lift. Now, there are some news in a bunch of different stocks we're going to go through real quickly. I'll talk about J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, and all these leading bank stocks. You can see here, if we just pull up the 10-minute chart, they're all trading up a little bit. Originally, about a month ago, it was scheduled that it was anticipated that they were going to pay a $5 billion fine in the foreclosure fraud case. It looks like they're going to pay a $20 billion fine. So again, it looks like the news is out and the market is getting a little bit of a bid. Nothing much, but you can see a little bit of a bid in Bank of America as well as that news is released. Even though the fine is much more money than anticipated by about $15 billion, the market now knows about it, and it was already priced in that news, and that's why these stocks are getting a little bit of a bid. Wells Fargo is the same thing as well, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it was Wells Fargo, Bank of America. It might be Ally Financial as well, and also Citigroup. So all these stocks are trading up a little bit this morning in the pre-market, but they are expected to pay $15 billion higher than the original $5 billion fine. So again, that's still a lot of money, $15 billion each company for the foreclosure fraud case, which was originally, I thought, was going to be settled for $5 billion. But they are trading up on the news as the news is released. Another stock that is trading higher today is Ford Motor. Ford Motor reporting better sales in China in the month of May, and you can see that stock is trading higher as well. Temple Inland, ticker symbol TIN, getting a big pop today. Buyout by, I believe, International Paper, takeover by International Paper. I don't know the exact amount offhand, but nonetheless, it's still a sizable takeout. You can see the daily chart here. This stock was trading at $21, trading up about almost 10 points on the session. So big move there for Temple Inland on a takeover from International Paper. Now, trading lower on the day, you do have Cleveland Cliffs, ticker symbol CLF. This is a very important stock because it's one of the leading commodity names. When the dollar is weaker, this stock usually does better. However, the stock is down today. Yesterday it closed at $86.85. Today you see it trading down to $84.55. What happened was Cleveland Cliffs is, I believe, selling 9 million shares of stock to repay loans that they borrowed to buy a Canadian mining company. So again, watch this stock. It could be in play today. It actually could even be a little bit of a buy. It does look like it has a lot of support around this $84 area in the short term. So we'll see how that trades once trading begins at 9:30 in the morning. But Cleveland Cliffs should be on the radar, especially if there's a weak dollar. That stock could get a bid, especially with a nice gap down. It could be some money to be made there. There's also a Ben Bernanke speech at 3:30 or 3:45. I'm not sure. It's within that time. It's going to be in Atlanta. It's at the International Monetary Fund meeting. So I believe that's at 3:45. So Ben Bernanke will be speaking on the economy right around 3:45 this afternoon. So the market could get kind of slow this afternoon in anticipation of the Bernanke speech. But everybody's curious what he's going to say, if he's going to comment on the economy, on the weak dollar policy, and where we're headed, where he thinks we're headed at least. I don't know if he knows, but nonetheless, Bernanke speech at 3:30, 3:45 this afternoon. So that's going to be pretty important, as all eyes and ears will be on that speech. Okay, that pretty much covers everything we're looking at. Once again, just follow the U.S. dollar index. That pretty much will tell you everything you need to know. The market will generally trade inverse to the dollar. It has not been as affected by the dollar. When the dollar goes down these days, the market has been very, very weak. Yesterday was an ugly close for the market. Um, you had the Nasdaq down about 30 points. You had the S&P 500 down about 14 points. The Dow was down only 61 points. But nonetheless, it was just an ugly, ugly sell-off any way you slice it or dice it. And the market has had a real nasty decline recently. So, again, keep an eye on this U.S. dollar index. Dollar down, you'll see the futures go up. Look at the futures here on that dollar dip. Now up about 6.5 points. So, again, it's all about the dollar in my opinion, but we'll just have to wait and see exactly how the final prints come in. Again, it's a good trading market. So, again, with all this uncertainty out there, try to remain a short-term trader. I think that's the best way to approach this market at this time. Okay, with that said, I want to wish you all a good trading day. And those of you in the chat room, I'll see you all in the charts at 9:30. Take care now.